Right now we are at the Getreidegasse 18 to 22. If you go from the Getreidegasse in the direction of the Salzach, please take a look at this inner yard.
Hinter mir seht ihr die Worte Niederleghof. Niederleghof, das möchte ich zuerst erklären.
I would like to tell you a bit of a longer story, so take your time. Right behind me you can see the label Niederleghof. I would like to explain to you where this word comes from.
An eine Stadt, an eine Marktgemeinde vergeben konnte und das hatte eine sehr, sehr große Bedeutung.
It is a story that goes way back to the medieval times, to Karl der Große. The Niederlage used to be a significant right that could be given to a city by the imperator. Any type of transport of goods in between cities or trade associations was only allowed to take place on certain routes. Traveling traders were not allowed to sell any of their goods during transporting the goods from one place to another, unless they arrived in a city that owned this certain Niederlagsrecht.
Also jeder, der einen Karren mit Ochsen oder mit Pferden hat und der Waren von A nach B brachte und Salzburg lag in der Mitte, musste nach Salzburg hereinfahren und musste hierher in
This certain right was given to Salzburg. Niederlage is translated as to lay down the goods. This right was given to Salzburg by the imperator around 1500. Every hall-year that made his way through Salzburg had to come here to put down his goods. In this case, it was especially wine and iron.
Zwei Ausnahmen im Jahr. Das eine war der sogenannte Kirchtag, das heißt, diese Kirchtagsfeste waren was Besonderes und das zweite war der sogenannte Jahrmarkt. An diesen 2 Tagen gab es die Möglichkeit für diese fahrenden Händler, so etwas abzuwickeln und woanders zu verkaufen, aber sonst das ganze restliche Jahr mussten die hierher kommen.
You were not allowed to do it farther north or south. No, only right here. And you were allowed to sell your goods for 3 days. There were only 2 exceptions, the Kirchtag and the local fair. Hall-years obviously had to pay a fee to the custodian and to the city itself. These taxes were a significant source of revenues.
Das Lokal, vor dem wir hier stehen, heißt Wilder Mann. Wenn ihr auf der Tour beim Festspielhaus seid, bei den Festspielhäusern, da gibt es einen Brunnen, der heißt nach wie vor Wilder Mann Brunnen. Auf unserer Tour werdet ihr den kennenlernen.
There are a few more interesting stories I would like to tell you. Right now, we are actually at the old commercial center for fish. This restaurant in front of us is called Wilder Mann. If you listen to our tour at the festival halls, you will see a fountain that is called the Wilder Mann Brunnen. This fountain used to be located at the end of the passage, on the left side directly at the river. Lively fish were kept in this fountain. People picked out the fishes from the fountain, carried them to the inner yard, weighed them and sold them here. There also used to be a large wine cellar, which can be found a bit farther down there. This cellar came from a time when these traveling hall-years came through Salzburg to sell their wine there.
Wir sehen hier eine Weberei und hier, wenn wir zum Wilden Mann reingehen, das ist ein Gasthaus nach alter Salzburger Tradition. Man findet hier sehr urtypische österreichische oder Salzburger Küche. Wir sind jetzt beim Ausgang.
This really used to be an important trade and traffic center, and also a node in Salzburg. If you choose to go to the restaurant Wilder Mann, you will be offered typical Austrian cuisine and a typical Austrian guest house. Right now, we are at the exit of the Niederleghof in the direction of the Getreidegasse. It is indeed very logical. As vehicles were not able to drive down to the riverside of the Salzach, they had to get up to the Getreidegasse or even came directly from the Getreidegasse. These spur posts that you can see on this side help to protect the houses from the wheels of the heavy vehicles. Collisions with the masonry led to heavy damage among the houses and the vehicles. Once again, we are facing the Ahnkanal. There used to be a lot of mills. Right here at this spot we can see a relic of an old mill wheel that used to be active only 50 years ago. On our south tour through the city, on this side of the Salzach, we will still find some active seeable mill wheels.
Noch aktive, sichtbare Mühlräder, da kann man sehen, wie wichtig das hier war.